All right, we are live, and a verdict is coming in um, right now. And I do not have that add to stream. There we go. Okay. This is live. A verdict is already coming back in. Um, I don't even have my notifications out. Holy cow. Holy cow. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm just so at a loss right now. There you are. Yeah, what's up?
How long was it?
It was like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, less than an hour.
Under an hour.
Yeah. I'm glad we
I
went
say not
0 to
guilty.
an hour. What did you say?
I said not guilty.
Wow.
That
She
was,
crying?
I say the defense lost
Is
it.
she's
for her.
crying?
I think so. Hang on a
She's
second.
guilty.
Hey, everyone in the chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I have had
shit.
no time.
Hold on. That was me. I'm sorry.
What was you?
Echoing.
Yeah. I have dropped in the chat many times. And you have failed to answer. But I'm going to ask you again.
What?
Where, if you know, where was her child at the time of all the stabby, slicey?
The
I've
state had
answered that a
taken her
couple
away.
of times actually today.
Oh, so she had already lost.
Her baby. The baby was taken away from her. I want like within maybe 6 months to a year maybe prior to this. And
Okay.
I don't know if it went to family or into the system. I don't know the answers to that. But
That's
she
okay.
did
I was
lose
just wondering.
custody. Yeah, she did lose custody of her child prior to this.
Verdict, is that correct?
Okay.
Oh, they're talking.
Anything to bring up before we bring the jury in? Mr. Saunders?
No.
Mr. Fraley?
No.
Very good. Then we'll bring the
Wow. Let's go. 40% of chat won that poll, by the way. That was within the hour, yeah?
I said
Yes.
within the hour.
That's what I
Hey,
said.
Val. She's
Hey, buddy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how we doing?
Got in my hair, but other than that, I'm good.
Shizzy.
Hey, buddy.
I seen
How
on
you doing?
Ricada Divinity. Nice. I like that. Copied meme.
That's awesome.
I
She was there
forgot that was
first.
on there. I was texting or DMing with Ricada because I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it on anything at all, and I wasn't obviously until now. But I completely forgot. I put as seen on Ricada. That would have been awesome if I had just hopped on.
Yeah. He'd have been like, nice title.
Yeah, right. He would have rolled with it.
Yeah.
I don't remember who all I sent these things to.
Tom, did you have a beer?
Posted it in your
And my
Twitter.
understanding is that the jury has reached a verdict. Is that correct? Right? If you would hand that to the bailiff then, please.
Holy
Julia
cow.
543 in the chat.
He was over at Ricada's earlier, but he stopped streaming. He had to go somewhere else.
I know. I saw that.
He's going to be guilty. Like, there's no, they're not going to find her guilty.
Yeah.
Right
But they could have made an argument for not intentional.
Okay. First
for
verdict
sure.
reads as
The defense
follows.
failed her
We, the jury,
miserably.
find the defendant, Taylor
All right,
Denise
here we go.
Schabusiness, guilty of first-degree
Guilty.
intentional homicide as charged in count
Knew
1
it.
of the information.
Guilty.
Dated this date,
You know,
July 26th,
this was a tough case for them to solve.
2023,
I'm just glad
signed
the
by
police
foreperson.
were able to put all the
Second
pieces
verdict
together.
reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor
Most of
Denise
them anyway.
Schabusiness, guilty of
It was not a
mutilating
hung jury,
corpse
that's
as
for sure.
charged in count
Easy.
2 of the information. Dated this date, July 26th, 2023, signed by the foreperson.
Under that hour.
Oh,
The next
Tay
verdict
Tay,
reads, we the
what's the
jury find the
matter?
defendant Taylor Denise Schabusiness guilty of third-degree
All
sexual
three.
assault as
Done.
charged in
All
count
three.
of
I
the
thought they
indictment.
put a
Wow.
not
Dated this
guilty on the
date,
Is she
sexual
gonna get a
assault
tear
part.
out?
July
I'm guessing that's
2023.
me.
Now they
Nope.
go
That is
to.
24%. The verdicts appear to be in order.
Hold on.
She has about as much soul as Amber
Either of the
Heard.
parties request that I poll the jury. Mr. Saunders?
No.
Mr. Freilich?
Yes.
Wow.
Of course.
Yes,
Gentlemen,
of
I'm
course
going
he
to do
said
what's
yes.
called polling the jury. It's a very simple process. All I'm going to do is go down the line and ask each of you if this is your verdict. Your answer is either yes or no. I'm going to start in the back corner, ma'am. Are these your verdicts? Yes. Ma'am, are these your verdicts? Yes. Ma'am, are these your verdicts?
I know.
Ma'am, are these your verdicts? Yes. Ma'am, are these your verdicts? Yes. Sir, are these your verdicts? Yes. Ma'am, are these your verdicts? Yes. In the front to the right, ma'am, are these your verdicts? Yes. Sir, are these your verdicts?
Wow.
Sir, are these your verdicts?
Look at her
Look how
face.
fast he's
Sir,
going.
are these your verdicts? Yes. Ma'am, are these your verdicts?
She's staring at him.
Okay, the jury has now been polled.
That's a lot of women on the
Ladies and
jury.
gentlemen of the jury.
I was thinking the same
for
thing, yeah.
Today, your tasks are concluded. We're going to start tomorrow morning on the second phase, at which point in the beginning, I will give you some further instructions, and then we will get underway on that phase. The attorneys and I have a few things that we're going to need to take up before that phase starts, so I'm going to ask that you be in the jury room by 9:15. I want to start right at 9:15, and we will hopefully get our
9 o'clock
matters
tomorrow.
resolved ahead of that time.
I'll start streaming. 9 o'clock Eastern.
But
Yep.
for today, your service
Okay.
is concluded. I am going to, again, read you
Burn the witch.
that instruction that I've done every day since you've started.
Don't talk to anybody.
Please do not communicate with anyone about this trial or your experience as a juror while you are serving on the street. Do not use a computer,
Is
cell
Taylor
phone, or
acting
other
really, though, any
electronic device
different than she normally
with
has?
communication
No.
capabilities to share any information about this case.
What'd I just do?
For example, do not communicate
Nothing.
by
I don't know.
blog,
Nothing,
email,
you're good.
text message,
My computer
Twitter,
was dying,
or in any other way on
Mic
or
was
off the
muted.
computer.
What time tomorrow
Do
did they
not
say?
permit anyone
Nine-
to communicate with
9:15.
you, and if anyone does so despite your
Well,
telling them
Eastern
not
or
to,
local?
you should report that
Eastern.
to me. I appreciate
Yeah.
Sure
that
about
it is
that?
tempting when you go home in the
8:15.
evening
Yeah,
to discuss this
8:15. He
case
said
with
8:15,
another
so it's
member of your
8:15 my
household, but
time.
you may not do
Okay.
so.
Sorry.
This case must be decided by you, the jurors, based upon the evidence presented in the courtroom. People not serving on this jury have not heard the evidence, and it is improper for them to influence your deliberations and decision in this case.
Hey, Juju.
After this trial is completed, you are free to communicate with anyone in any manner.
Yeah, well.
We are done for today. Have a good evening. We will see
Oh,
you tomorrow
she done
morning
forever.
at 8:15 or 9:15 sharp.
Yeah, it's
I'll rise
We
for
need, Tom needs a drink. He's going
Wait till
home.
tomorrow.
A nice
He said-
cocktail.
He said 9:15, so it's going to be 10:15 Eastern.
No,
Okay.
no. It's 8:15 Central, right?
I have a
He
question.
just said 9:15.
he
Oh, he
said
did?
9:15, so
Okay,
it'll be
10:15.
10:15.
Okay,
I'm glad
yeah.
I'm glad somebody can listen.
I got it, y'all. I got it.
Thanks, bud.
Is the matter regarding Dr. O'Donnell still a contested?
Look how the bailiff's right on top of her.
I'm seeing nods from the state.
Well, it's not like he hasn't freaked out before.
So,
Well, she's legally guilty, but in the heart of hearts, I know she's innocent.
Hey, Broken Baker said he could fix her.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I believe it.
If anybody could, it'd be Baker.
Mr. Freilich, it's entirely up to you if you want to bring Dr.
Anyone else would
here,
just make her worse.
tomorrow morning.
But
Yeah.
take her. Yeah.
That was such a
But I'm
quick.
gonna
You're right.
indicate to you
Yeah.
the parameters of where that situation is.
Oh, listen.
I've reviewed your memorandum, which is all I can really work with, because this is what you've essentially said to me. This is what he's going to testify about. The first opinion is that Ms. Schabusiness was acutely intoxicated
Yes,
and
Brainland.
impaired by acute methamphetamine use at the time of the alleged
She was
asphyxiation.
not cute
statement is
at
this?
all.
The problem I'm having with that assertion is I'm not sure it's relevant given
The doctor
the
that they're bringing
status
in,
of the
the
intoxication
defense
defense.
is.
So,
So,
okay.
I'm not sure that having you here is going to assist you in that, but, and I need you to understand where I am regarding that topic before you decide that's what you want to bring it here for. The next point is that the long-term and excessive use of methamphetamine has chronic brain damage consequences. The problem with that situation is I don't know that he is competent to
So does a
diagnose
dog
chronic
collar
brain
wrapped around your
damage.
neck.
So while he could assert that long-term excessive use of methamphetamine has chronic brain damage consequences. I don't think he's going to be qualified
Hey,
to testify
Rally.
that as a professional, I can say to a reasonable degree of certainty used in my profession that Ms. Schabusiness has chronic brain damage. Frankly, I think the only
Chronic brain damage?
opinion that's been
That's not
asserted regarding
that's not
her mental
relevant.
health condition
Yeah,
is
Brought on by meth.
a
But that
diagnosis.
doesn't
It made her
make
crazy.
insane.
He's
That
What?
doesn't
And
has
there's some
nothing to
dispute
do with
about
it.
whether that was an
Right.
accurate
Well, the judge is,
diagnosis,
is
but
asserting that
I don't know that
the
one would
expert is
qualify
going to say that, but
bipolar as
that's
having-
not
having
necessarily what he's there to
chronic
say at all.
brain damage.
He's there to
So
say
I'm
that it's a
concerned
possibility.
that if he's
Right.
going
Not
to
It won't
certain.
matter.
start opining
It won't
about
matter.
that,
That's just like saying long-term, drinking causes you to drive while drunk.
that she does
You
have
willingly
brain
took the
damage.
alcohol.
The next step he has
Yeah.
to take
And that's
is
what the judge-
how that
That's,
impacted
if you're
responsibility.
willingly doing
And I
something
think
like
there's
that
a
to your body,
concern there as
then
well.
Well, I
these are the
think
consequences of
they
those
should have
actions. So it can't be.
Explore the mental health condition that she allegedly suffered more so. I'm wondering if they're going to get into that.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
The second bullet point
Iris.
is that long-term
There was a
adolescent use of
verdict. Guilty on
marijuana
all 3 counts.
arrests brain development.
Hey, Jody.
Again, I'm not familiar with the diagnosis
Tweety.
that any qualified psychologist
I
or
can't
other
see any of you.
professional qualified to make such a diagnosis has actually made in this case. I don't know that one equates brain development with bipolar. I've
You're
never
welcome.
heard that, but I'm not an expert. So.
Ah, but we have the expert.
See?
But are you a biologist?
Only we have the expert.
As an adolescent,
Only
might
we
have
have the
brain
expert.
damage. I'm not sure it's going to be useful to
Yes,
this
Jody,
jury
they
because
did.
we don't know if your client has that. And the next step is.
Should you put it
how
on your
does that
ticker or
affect
something? 3 guilty
responsibility?
verdicts.
And I'm not sure
Yeah,
he's
thank you.
qualified to give that opinion
Guilty,
either.
guilty.
The next bullet point is, Ms. Schabusiness was
So-
not treated
don't
with
leave. Stick
psychotropic
around,
drugs
Jody.
to
Hang
control
out.
or mitigate her psychiatric illnesses.
I'm excited for tomorrow
Certainly,
because that's when
and
it's going to
again,
get
I wanna say,
interesting.
for the satisfaction
Yeah.
of these
Tomorrow's
qualified
portion of the
as a
trial is going to be
pharmacologist, I'm
the
not questioning his
most interesting part of
qualifications
this whole
as
thing.
that. He certainly had
By the way,
reviewed
Valhalla,
some
since I had to
testimony
push my
at
stream
prior
back
hearing,
from yesterday,
and
it's
he's
thrown off all my whole
qualified
week.
pharmacologist for sure.
Yeah, no, I kind of
But
figured
as
we
far
wouldn't
as
get to it till
psychiatric
next week.
illnesses, again, the only thing that I've heard about from the testimony in the
No worries
records
there, bud.
is a bipolar diagnosis at Nicolay, which these other psychologists have repeated. So that the only thing that one could conclude from this assertion is that she was not treated with psychotropic drugs to control or mitigate her bipolar disorder. And then the question is, how does that impact responsibility? Many people have bipolar, so the next question you have is does someone who has bipolar, will the consequences be that you're unable to appreciate the
Yeah,
responsibility?
you can tell tomorrow's is going to be a huge one.
That's another concern
Yeah.
I have with whether he's going to be
I think that's
qualified
what
to
the
even
defense has been
testify.
gearing up for anyway.
The next point
Yeah,
is
but you still
psychotropic
could have done
drugs
so
do
much
have
more
efficacy
with
in a
the
large percentage
this
of
whole
patients who take
guilty
I'm
or
gonna
not
ask you
guilty
about
I'm
phase.
satisfied he'd be competent to testify about that.
What's that?
I want to ask you about all that.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Hey,
how that actually, first of all, how that relates to whether or not, what
All these
she
trees,
has
and none of
been
them I can set a
diagnosed
phone
with,
on.
how that would affect
Sorry.
the individual.
Yeah, I walked away.
Never thought
taking
about that.
psychotropic drugs, and can he say how it would affect,
You need a little
how it would have
shelf.
affected somebody
I do.
to a reasonable degree of certainty
Yeah,
used
I
in
have
his
something.
profession regarding the impact of
nobody said anything about
Jody,
it.
they can't. The
certainly
drugs
might
have
be within
nothing
the
to do with
canon
that
of your
in the state of
other
Wisconsin.
expert. And I do
Wisconsin.
want to indicate you have
Yeah,
another
no,
expert
the
who
drugs,
might
voluntary
be
intoxication is not a defense.
qualified
However,
to
her
testify.
underlying
I'm very
pre-existing
skeptical
mental
that-
health conditions might.
This witness is
Oh,
Well,
my
but-
son just
qualified to do so.
texted me.
He's
And then the
arguing,
final
though,
point
that
is
the
that
brain
Ms.
damage
Schabusiness
as
use
a result
methamphetamine
of voluntary
worsened her
intoxication would be
untreated
something else,
psychiatric
right?
condition.
That's
So
that's
really,
different.
the
Yes,
issue
that's
is
true.
the
That's
impact
different.
of methamphetamine on
In
untreated
fact, I'm dealing with
bipolar,
that on a
the
case
impact
right
of
now.
Methamphetamine,
Right.
untreated bipolar on someone's responsibility to commit a crime. And I'm just concerned there as well. that
What if
there's
the jury
inability
asked for some meth to see what it was like?
dots with this expert. And so while I'm.
Well, that's not a jury. My peers are any of on
there's
meth
no
right now.
aspect, and I
That
think
ain't
the
us.
state is of the mind We don't
Kind
even
of a
need
fair
a hearing
assessment,
on
actually.
a Daubert hearing on this, but I'm affording the defense an opportunity at 8:15 tomorrow
Yes,
morning.
she's got underlying
Next is
mental
8:15.
health condition.
Yeah.
She's
He
been
just-
diagnosed as
That's the concern
bipolar.
I have.
He just said
It'll be rather
8:15
short
tomorrow
Daubert hearing
morning.
For this reason.
So that's 9:15 here.
I'm
Oh
Right.
my God.
th-
Wait, okay,
this
so
proceeding
8:15
tomorrow is the
local?
nature of civil
Oh my
proceeding.
God. I'm
Yes.
trying to update somebody, and he keeps changing my
Pretty
mind for
certain
me.
the judge is not even mandated to hear testimony on a
Well,
Daubert
it'll be
hearing.
9:15
And
in
make a
Wisconsin.
determination.
On the East
So
Coast, it will
I
be
can tell you that I've
10:15.
done that
No,
paper
you just
review.
said
No,
8:15.
Wisconsin
Those are the
Central.
concerns that
Yeah,
I
he
did
said,
he?
yeah.
and I'll want to
Is it
drive
9:15
directly
for
at
the
those issues
jurors
tomorrow.
and the
I'm
lawyers
not
have to
gonna
be
wanna
there at
hear about a
8:15?
lot of things that, you know, if
That's
I can
correct.
testify, I might be able to say a whole lot of things. I'm going to want to know
I
specifically
am
about
not
my
throwing Ryan
concerns.
up church up
And
right
Oh,
now.
here we
if they
go.
I will come
directly
back.
addressed, and be satisfied that he's not competent.
Hey, Texas Jen says 9:15 Central.
Even though, again,
That's what I heard.
to indicate
Let's look it up.
Dr. O'Donnell, I'm satisfied
Oh, okay.
that he's
Jury is
very
coming in
capable,
later.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Lawyers at
pharmacologist.
8:15.
Yes,
But I'm
jury's
concerned about
coming
some of these
later,
opinions,
lawyers at
particularly
8:15.
from the psychologists.
Rapid
So then
listening.
I'll
When
turn
the
this on
rendering
tomorrow at 10.
diagnoses that he is referring to aren't even in agreement.
You're going to miss
Well,
all
you
the
could
court
on at
stuff
9 and there will
before.
probably
Yeah,
be
so
some
they're going to have
times-
footage at
Are they
9:15
going to?
tomorrow?
Questions on
Yeah,
might.
Eastern, they probably will have the
No.
Yeah.
attorneys in arguing
questions on
Yeah.
before
No,
the
no,
judge
it's
of who
very
they're going to
fair.
Well,
allow.
they do
Very
that,
good.
then yeah, I'll
We'll
have all
see
the court
everyone then
stuff on.
tomorrow morning at 8:15.
There you go.
Yep, tomorrow morning at 8:15.
There we go.
All right, so 8:15. So 9:15 here will be the. I guess it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to have it on.
Not even
Yeah.
a tear.
9 o'clock.
Not even a tear there.
Yeah,
She
she's.
She
knew
had
it
to
was
know.
coming.
Yeah,
Hey.
she had to know.
Hey,
Yeah.
David, is she going to show up in bracelets for part 2 tomorrow?
She shouldn't. She should not. She should still be in standard clothes. She shouldn't be wearing orange. That would be
Okay.
my prediction. Just
Yeah, but
so
do you think she'll be in
we don't do
handcuffs?
bifurcate. No, we don't do bifurcated cases in Michigan. But I have watched a few bifurcated cases, and that was our first initial. She's been found guilty, right? So she's going to be in
Yeah.
cuffs, wearing orange, and they weren't. So I don't think she will be either. If Wisconsin is anything like some of these other bifurcated cases that I've watched.
Well, because the trial is still one trial, right? So it's still not complete, I guess.
Yes,
Right.
that's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we
All
don't
right,
know
so-
if she's going to actually be. So the thing is with insanity, right? Everyone says, oh, well, she's going to be locked up in a rubber room or locked up in a steel room or a concrete room for the rest of her life. But not necessarily. When the court takes jurisdiction over you because of the insanity, then the court has to then craft what sort of mental health treatment you have. And in theory, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to confine her. It's not written in the law that they have to confine her. So she should just be in her normal clothes.
Real
But that's
quick
not going to
here.
happen in this case.
So I want to ask. Well, first of all, what I want everybody to hang on for a second. I want to say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we watched this trial. You've watched it a lot closer than any of us have. It's been in your local. I mean, you don't think about it, people. Like your local paper has stuff like this. I'm sure. Your local news, stuff like that. Your people in your community are talking about it. You've gone through this for a year. You've seen this trial. You've come to a conclusion. How do you feel?
I'm mixed feelings. It still like hurts to see what she became. But on another hand, what she did is unforgivable and evil.
Well, let me ask you this.
If that makes sense. I mean,
It does. It absolutely
Because
does.
Yes,
like I said,
understand.
like I've said it several times in the last 3 days, seeing her in court like that, that is not the girl I knew. That's not the girl I knew. At all.
Let me ask you this, because I don't know her.
Mhm.
Is it possible? Because I see people do this in the past, not necessarily my clients, but people that I've worked with or whatever, ancillary or watched on YouTube. Or particularly like Sarah Boone. I don't think Sarah Boone did it intentionally, right? What if it's possible that Schabusiness did not do this intentionally and then freaked out to try to save herself by, hiding the body. You know, that was a defense in one of the cases that Baker covered. The guy that cut up the girl in like 200 and some pieces and tried to just hide the evidence. His argument was, nothing intentional. She accidentally died. I didn't want to get caught up in this. And so I tried to make the body disappear. And I guess, you know, drug use and personality and all that stuff, but does that make her less evil? Because to me, that seems completely logical. And the reason why I say the defense didn't do a good job is because I believe the defense had all the ammunition available to it to argue not intentional. Right. And so if it was accidental,
that's why it doesn't.
I have to disagree with you on that one, because if you listen to her in front of the police officers,
Her interrogation.
it was very, very much matter of fact. This is everything that I did. And she was trying to hide the body, but that was after she basically desecrated the corpse. And then at that point, she was just like, oh, well, maybe I'll just go ahead, and I can't move the body, so I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces so I can move it. That was her whole reason for cutting him into pieces.
Yeah,
I guess
how do
maybe
you feel about after hearing
I mean,
the
there's one thing about an
made-
accident, but another thing of, you know, well,
Yeah,
I can't
some of
believe
the
I'm getting away
comments
with it.
she
She
made-
expected to get caught.
Some of the comments she
Sorry.
made when she was choking him,
and maybe it's my fault because I've been distracted horribly today, and I didn't
hang on, let Yaya
hear
say
the
what
whole
she's saying.
interrogation. So
Yeah, because that's what she was talking about, the interrogation here.
yeah,
What were you
no, I
saying,
mean,
Yaya?
some of the comments she made during the interrogation, you know, like, his face was turning purple. And I mean, she basically came out and said it felt good choking him to death.
all right, well then,
You know,
I take it back, but
You're right. There could have been an argument to be made that she's not a murderer. She killed him because their sex got very, very rough, and oh my god, and then she didn't maybe, you know, but unfortunately she didn't say that ever. She's never even come across her
didn't
mind
she say
because
she
it's
didn't
not
mean to kill him, or she
Yeah.
did it on purpose?
she did. Yeah, but she did make that comment, but
Well, like, I
then
watched
she's
the
in the
defense's closing.
same place. She had said on a couple different times, it felt good, or I wanted him to die, or what, I don't know verbatim. You know, there was several different times she's made those comments, but then she said, "But I didn't mean it." Okay, which is it, lady? You wanted to choke him to death, or you didn't mean it?
I've been asked to restream just the interrogation so I could watch it, but then I might as well do it on my channel and maybe
I'm in.
take a look at it a little closer. I might do that. It won't be tonight, but I'll do that. And I didn't see it all. I was just more commenting on the defense's closing, because in theory, right, I should be able to walk in to the defense's closing, know exactly what this case is about, know exactly what points of testimony were relevant to the defense's case. And I listened to it. I didn't listen to the entire case because I was busy the last couple of days, but it was incoherent nonsense to me. The defense's closing was.
Yes.
And that's a problem. He should be telling a story, and I should, just listening to him alone, be convinced his client is not guilty.
Well,
And I didn't get
worse than that, in his closing, he gave up points of the crime, like you know, the dildo in the butt thing. Like, that's a part of that being a crime. So he essentially convicted her himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe he is putting everything towards the insanity defense. And see, that's part of why I don't like the bifurcation of the case. Because, and I know Andrew doesn't like my approach. Andrew from Legal Mindset. He was criticizing me and calling me out, but I'm going to call you out, sir. That the jury needs a bad actor. If you are a defense attorney, by the way, I don't know if he's a defense attorney or whatever, but if you are a defense attorney, you're going to wholeheartedly agree with me that you need to tell a story, you need to tell a compelling story, and you need a bad actor. It could be the victim that's the bad actor. It could be some third party that's the bad actor, or it could be a mental health condition that's the bad actor. But the jury wants to see who's the evildoer here.
Right.
And you put it all on the mental health thing. And that's where this case could have gone, but for the bifurcation, because I don't know if the defense would have been able to argue anything like that since it's bifurcated. I see that as a problem. Wisconsin's got a weird court system, man.
It's like he argued that she didn't do it. It's not her blood. There was a third DNA. She wasn't even there. There's no proof she's there. Oh yeah, and she was insane. Wait, what the fuck? I thought
no, it was accidents happen.
Accidents happen.
Yeah,
it's so weird. It makes no sense.
Said. Well, if he's going to argue for another person possibly being involved, then why didn't they get AJ back up on the stand?
Well, and I thought about that. I think the third DNA, knowing that the van is someone else's, probably just comes from it being in someone else's car that's full of their DNA. So they were just glomming onto that as being something. That's probably why the prosecution called the defense's witness, because he's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
And we were like, what's this? And it was always going to be nothing, because that was their one thing to pull him up and be like, it could have been his DNA. If they could have got the last word on that, then just like all of us, we go, wait. A third person. But no, they would have charged this dude if they knew it was a third person. That was bullshit the whole time.
Well, and having AJ on the stand yesterday, I believe anybody who saw that would say, don't bring him back.
Who's AJ? I missed
a
so
friend
much
of hers. It was just a friend of hers.
He admitted to hanging out with them a few days before the murder, and he hung out with them in the same exact timeline. And the way he told the story was very clunky. So if you weren't paying very close attention, it almost sounds like he's saying he put himself there. And and right before that was the DNA person that told us that there was a third DNA, unknown but male, in the box. Or associated with it somewhere on the outside. He didn't say inside or outside, and they didn't say blood or any other type. He just said DNA. Could have been a hair from his car.
Oh, right. The guy in the red shirt, that guy?
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You know, everyone talks about like this wild sex lives of some people out there. But when you really like look at the people who are engaged in it, you get this.
Okay, I get that, but okay, something I learned today I did not know. I don't know about this choking stuff, but he was on his stomach when she was choking him.
Yeah, I heard that. I did hear that.
That's not okay, but from my understanding of what little I know on it, if it's part of the erotic part of sex, wouldn't you be like in the middle of it doing it and choking each other or whatever?
Well, she said riding him like a donkey, which I wonder
that was when he was already deceased, though.
Yeah.
No.
He was during.
He was still alive.
Oh, yeah, that's how it started.
She said riding him like a donkey, and I don't know if that's a euphemism or a term or something. I don't know if there was any sort of penetration at that time.
Yeah. Look it up.
You know what?
I don't know.
My search history is bad enough at the moment.
Well, here's the thing. They actually were not naked. They were not naked when this started.
He was shirtless.
This was not sex. This was
wait a second.
foreplay.
She was. Oh,
what?
She had inserted the dildo in his.
Yes,
and she was riding him.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
I missed that part.
Before?
She was riding, huh?
No,
it was like a double hole.
They weren't having sex yet, and that they were. He's like, so foreplay.
Hang on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I get it.
Michigan's like, okay, I am gonna have to look this up
because she was. He's going to get a book. He has it in a book.
What are you really riding him like a donkey? Is that what you really want to know what it is?
No.
Be like dry humping him.
She just meant sitting on him. I don't know why she chose
sitting. She was sitting on his back, pulling
trying to get off by
the,
sitting on him.
collar.
Yeah,
the chain. Yeah. She acts like he put the chain on during foreplay, but he's also laying on his stomach.
He put it on as foreplay.
So okay, do you think she's laying?
She was going to do the same, but never got to that point. They had 2 dog collars. one for each. They were basically going to participate in choking each other out a little bit.
Okay, so that was always the plan.
And she just didn't stop.
Yeah.
Like they never even got to the sex part. The sex
Because
happened after
That's
he
what
was.
I thought, White Rabbit.
She says she blacked
That's
out.
what I thought, White Rabbit.
I didn't hear it, so yeah. Sorry.
Jesse.
I was just.
That's
Well, you can
correct.
tell I don't need an internet connection.
No, she didn't fall asleep. She
That
blacked
was
out. No, necrophilia, that means, yeah, she definitely did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what? So none of that matters for tomorrow, though, right?
Well,
No.
it can.
Yeah.
Well, unless they can prove that it was part of like some delirium or something.
No, I'm like how bad the defense was. Like what Michigan's saying up there. Because I know it, like when he's, I mean, let's just face it. I mean, I lost it when the guy said, accidents happen. I don't think you should do that in close. Michigan, do you use that in closing arguments?
Accidents happen. Well, I mean, it's better than what he was doing the rest of the time. No, I wouldn't say accidents happen. Unless that was truly the defense, but it doesn't sound like they went with that as
No.
a defense. He
It's
just
hard
kind of
for me
sort
to
of threw it out there.
I would think that saying accidents happens, not the choice of words you want to use with a jury when you're talking about he was in like 4 or 5 different boxes.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like an accident.
No,
Well, I mean, he kept.
there's a
running
more
into the
artful
knife.
way to make his presentation, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Um,
So, what about tomorrow then? Because I mean, mental is very difficult usually to prove, but Wisconsin's it is. We've all known that it's a little different, the procedure and everything.
right.
And then Yaya, she sent the article. I think I put that in the Discord too. About a few years ago, a guy got arrested, was tried, convicted, but instead of going to prison, it was a mental. He was locked up at a mental facility for life, which is what we're looking at here with Schabusiness.
Oh, you did? Yeah. I did see that. Where did I see that? Was it in your
I sent
Discord?
it to you.
Oh, you sent it to me. That's
Yeah.
right, you did. I guess I should read that, huh?
Well, or don't tell people you haven't yet. That's how I do it. So I don't say I haven't read it.
Still waiting for it to get here.
Legendary Racer said, to be fair, it's the public defender's office of a city of 100,000. They only have so many good lawyers, and she passed on the first 6. Is that true? 6?
Well, she, like I said before, the first one, the one she tried to knock out of his chair. I think that was intentional because that same public defender was at the same time defending her father for an essay against her stepsister.
I keep trying to push. Well, some people had questions in Ricada's chat today, even too. And I was like, oh, hey, the expert has somebody with some personal knowledge here. But I wasn't on panel at all today, so.
Hey, Darth.
Speaking of donkeys, that is Valhalla's donkey. That is not a. We're not.
No, Darth,
You're not gonna be
not
riding a
everybody
donkey,
in
are you?
Wisconsin is nuts. Sorry.
I thought Shizzy was doing a sound effect. or
Yeah,
something.
you're in the minority, yeah.
I know I am, but I mean, come on.
Thanks, Val.
Yeah.
I still, so far in this thing, I've got to say the thing that I can't get out of my mind out of everything is, when she said, "Oh, yeah, this is their high school," and turned her camera around like she was right
It's
there.
like, there it is.
No,
It's right next door.
There are a few questions in
You
chat.
can hear the football games on Friday nights.
Ooh, that's awesome.
We don't even have to
Madcore
go to the game.
Madcore's just waking up in Australia. It's over? What the fuck? Yep, less than an hour on deliberation.
Well, the
Or
first
on-
part's
and
over.
this judge was
Yeah.
Yaya's divorce attorney, and she said at the very beginning he does a great job and he'll be very fair and he's very straight to the point. And the judge did a great
he
job.
was through that.
And
he was through that those jury instructions without even taking a sip of water.
Mhm. And Tweety said he's cute for a judge. I'm like,
He also seemed to advocate
For a
for her
judge
more
is
than her own lawyer did. When he took after jury instructions, he made him take an extra break so the lawyer could explain exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lawyer was like, I don't know. Not impressed with the lawyer.
Not according to I'm just reading Darth.
I think she got a fair trial.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
He wasn't ineffective counsel. He just wasn't a very
Squab
Bob.
said, do you think she got to do a poll if she got a fair trial? I think she did.
Yeah, I think she did. I think.
By the process, yes. It was a very straightforward prosecution. I didn't see a whole lot of shenanigans. The judge was fair. The judge made decisions. From a procedural standpoint, yes, it was a fair trial. Was it the best defense? No, in my opinion. I feel like, but again, here, okay, so we're armchairing this, right? We're armchairing this. We don't know all the information. We don't know what was left out. We don't know what part of those interrogation, the 7 hours of interrogation might have been relevant, might have been good. We don't know this. And maybe it's more of a issue of style, but I feel like this defense counsel didn't have any presence, right? And at the end of the day, a trial is putting on a show. You have to entertain the jury and to get them to come around. I mean, you could read a book YouTube, for example, right? We've all seen those YouTube videos out there where someone's trying to explain something fairly complex and it's dry and boring as all hell. However, someone else could come out there, explain the exact same thing, and it's entertaining, and you like to watch it. What's that?
You have been watching my streams.
You have been watching my streams.
But that's the exact same thing with the jury. Juries are made up of people. They're sitting there all day long for 8 hours. Entertain the fuck out of them and tell a compelling story. That's what you need to do as a litigator. And I was just chiming off in other chats too. I'm surprised that there are people that go into litigation, become attorneys, that don't have any sort of like stage presence or any sort of enthusiasm for the job or any integrity for the job or whatever it is, but you can't come off this way. Sorry.
Well, that's what I felt like what happened was he was so busy just trying to pick apart the little details, which he couldn't really pick apart, as opposed to getting up there and telling her side of the story, telling what happened with her, why it's important that she's found not guilty. He was just too busy with, trying to take apart the evidence that was there and not creating anything cohesive.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I would too. I think, it wasn't at all cohesive.
20/20, right?
But I saw it in the moment, man. Like I can tell sometimes too when I'm like I'm reading too much, I'm too stiff, I need to go off book or whatever it is. I just didn't get that from this guy. Like he kind of, right? Like when he walked away from the mic and he walked up close to the jury and the judge was like, use the mic. And he went back and they just literally just sat there and read. It's like, no, just because you have to stand in one spot doesn't mean you read.
Wow.
Anyways, I don't like this defense attorney just because I didn't think he gave her a fair shot. Not that she would have gotten innocent, but maybe, start building the case for if the jury came back and said it wasn't intentional, then you start building the case for the insanity part of it, right? I don't know. Or at least get the third charge knocked off. Argue something.
Right. As opposed
what do you
to
think
all
about
three.
Asking about the mistrials so often? Like,
Oh,
can we get
God.
mistrial? Can we get mistrial?
I had to hide my car keys today.
Yeah, I was ready to go down there and slap him.
If defense wanted a mistrial, they should have put their client on the stand. That would have been highly entertaining. She couldn't have hurt herself at all after her confession. And best case scenario would have resulted in a mistrial when she, jumped at the judge or something. That would have been amazing.
I think it was a
Yep.
mistake. I think it was a mistake not having her testify. I
did
think
too.
with the
Because I could have used the content.
Yep.
Well, she
Well,
didn't
the
want
other
to,
thing
though.
is, no, but in reality, right? So the only time you put your lying guilty client on the stand is when there's information out there that you absolutely cannot get from anyone else. Now, no one was there, right? Was it intentional or was it not intentional? The only thing we have is her fairly drugged up state during her police interrogation, and it's not the best audio, and it's being filtered through the presentation of the officer ahead of time, which is I idea. I don't like it when the officer said, yeah, she absolutely said A, B, and C. And then when you play the video, all you hear is A, B, and C. Now, if she actually said X, Y, and Z, you're not hearing that because you just had the officer say she said A, B, and C, right? And so I don't like that. But get her on the stand to say it was an accident. We were doing our thing. We like it hot and heavy, and it was an accident. But I don't know if she was actually able to,
Yeah,
so they had the state control the narrative from the jump. So when you're listening to the audio, you're thinking of, oh, this is what the state said anyway.
Mm-hmm. I see tweeted, yeah, Rekieta was furious that she didn't get on stand. But I think I'm not sure why. I remember him asking about
because
that.
he wants the entertainment.
Same.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, but I do too.
Want the entertainment.
But from a practical legal standpoint, from a defense standpoint, it might have made sense to call her to the stand. But it's also understand, though, it is 100% her right to do it or to not do it. So there's no way I, as an attorney, like I have control over the entire case, strategy, everything, except that one thing. Is she going to testify?
Do you think that he was recommending her to stay off the stand or to go on the stand?
Stay off.
Probably to stay off.
Probably to stay off. Because the one thing that it would do is it would weaken potentially the insanity argument. Potentially, just in the eyes of the juror, not from a legal standpoint. Because remember, she can be legally sane right now.
Look, it's like I was saying earlier, like Yaya's right there in the town. I mean, everybody knows about this. You know, like come on, does anybody think she wasn't going to get guilty? So then the next step is you got to have the insanity.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I guess
you're thinking putting her on the stand would hurt the insanity plea. You don't want to do that, right?
Yeah, and again,
no, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm pulling for this guy.
And that's good because you should. Because that's what we need to do as defense counsels. We need to say, all right, what are the weaknesses of the case? I'm not sitting with this case for 6 months, so I'm just kind of thinking in the moment. But you're right in that it could potentially weaken the insanity. And if you've looked at everything, right? You've looked at stuff that the jury didn't see, that we didn't see. You've looked at all this. And it might make sense to like, you know what, we're not going to put her on the stand. Maybe we put her on the stand for the insanity part of it, and you can see how insane she is, or maybe we don't, and we just have the experts call. But again, we're armchairing this, right?
What? I'm not paying attention. What'd you say?
What?
Huh?
What's happening?
I don't know. I was looking at the private chat.
Yeah, same. I think that happened to
everyone's just the whole panel stops.
I didn't want to say it out loud.
Jody said, "Please read the chat."
Okay.
Jeez. Yeah. Don't say anything about that.
That's fair.
Yeah. What do you want us to do about that one?
I don't know. Just
details?
wait till
just
it
let me
comes
know
out tomorrow. Just wait till it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I'm not sure what we're talking about, so I don't. Anyways,
then don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Skip.
Move on. Let's see. White Rabbit, you need to be on panel.
I just want to say I love this avatar here, Lawn and Crim. Lawn.
I like that.
Isn't that cool?
I like that.
Lawn
Let
and
us
trim.
trim.
No, I think that's trim, isn't it? Is it crim or trim?
Crim. CRIM. CRIM.
Okay.
Lawn and Crim.
My battery's at 15%, y'all. If I dip out, it wasn't me. I just.
I got you.
We'll just tell them you're taking a smoke break.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I mean, so again, we're armchairing this, right? But what I always say is that if the only time your client takes the stand, what I was trying to say is if there's absolutely something critical that needs to get out there, and only your client can do that, and you must get it out. So that's where I was saying that it might be something to think about putting her on the stand for this. If you want to go with it was an intentional part, right? Because
Yeah, she could have been just very uncoachable. Like she was just gonna be like, I don't care what they say. I'm not gonna, just I'll tell them I was there because I was there. Like she probably was just not gonna help herself, and that's why he stated a second time anything that can, it'll be used against her, basically, not for her. So she's deciding to exercise this right.
Yeah.
Well, and if what Yaya is saying is true, there's a very big possibility that would be why you wouldn't want to put her on the stand. Because you saw how her answers were. She was very meek and very much yes, no.
It was interesting to hear her voice.
I don't think she would have. I don't think she would have acted crazy on the stand. I think she probably would have been just pretty much yes, I did it. Yes, I did this. Because she looked
crazy.
She looked on this last day. She looked very much more like, well, pretty much throughout the whole trial, she's looked like she's just been sort of like, I'm having to go through these motions. I'd much rather just be sitting in my cell, serving my time. I'm just over this. She just had that look about her, like she just really did not give two craps and found it as a joke and a show that she didn't want to be part of. That's just the impression I got.
Remember what Yaya said. This is the girl she remembers.
Yeah.
You know?
Cheers.
Who's that with her?
Her husband.
That's her husband.
And he is in jail now, right?
Yep.
Yes, for selling meth, I believe.
Oh man.
Happier days. Meth is a odd thing. See, I never had.
You never got into it. That's a good thing.
No, but I never had like the inclination.
Guys, round of applause for Michigan law, man.
Well done. And in Michigan, no less.
Yeah.
I never had the
Hey,
inclination.
I'm going to jump off here.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I will
thank
see
you
you
so
in the
much.
morning.
Love you. And
Love you too.
yeah, we'll talk. Okay.
Take care.
All right. You guys have a good day and a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for phase 2.
Thank you, Yaya.
All right. See you.
Take care, yeah.
Bye.
She's
I was just
awesome.
gonna say, she is very cool.
She is very, very cool.
Well-
You guys have no idea.
Yeah, she is.
So super cool. Yeah. Anyway.
No, what I was saying before I was interrupted sarcastically by the expert.
Oh yeah, about the meth, dude. Yeah, don't do that. That's good.
No, I was gonna say, like, I've never had the inclination to be like, I'm just gonna, any sort of drug or alcohol or anything really. And so to me, the whole idea of getting into meth is beyond even comprehension to me. But I don't have that personality where I even use drugs at all or alcohol rarely, or desire to. So I can't really get behind it. But it just seems that why would you do that to yourself? Even if you were into whatever, getting high. Why is that going to be the one you go to?
Well, I mean, you've never used it, so who knows? I've never used it either. So I know that when I was younger, you see a lot of these rock stars ruin their lives with cocaine. I was like, never doing that one. It's clearly amazing. So I'm just not going to fuck with it because I will probably, like they lose millions of dollars in their, careers. I'm like, So maybe meth is just that wonderful.
My older brother did the best favor for me when I don't even know how old I was. I was, I don't know, probably 10, 11, something like that. He's 12 years older than me, but he did the best. He lied to me. And he's like, if you use cocaine or anything like that, and you're allergic to it, you don't know you're allergic to it. You're going to die instantly. So just stay away from it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I never, I was like,
Makes
I
it
don't do that.
easy.
It was like years later, I found out like that might not be true, but thank you.
Yeah.
That's
It's
funny.
I gave you a hard time, Michigan, but I'm the same way, dude. Like I've never done drugs. It's just it's like why I never appealed to me. And it's also now if you want to say just say no for the drugs campaign, just go to Walmart about closing time, about 30 minutes before they close.
Yeah.
Well, you see, but expert, I think you and I probably have. So I've identified this about myself. I think it's right. Why I don't like drugs or being drunk or anything like that, because I'm kind of a control freak
Bingo.
and I like to be in control.
Yep.
And I don't like the idea of not being able to control like just anything, how I'm thinking or feeling or whatever. And so I don't want to get that way. Expert, you?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Right.
I mean it's a huge thing. I know that was for me when I was a kid, especially. I was always like, no, because like, I mean, I don't know. First year in high school, and you start seeing it, and you're like, man, like these guys are getting into a lot of trouble. I know a guy in high school that where I lived, it didn't snow very often, and the one night it did snow, he decided to walk home and he didn't have a jacket or anything. And I don't know where he was, how far it was, but his idea of warmth was a bottle of vodka, and he ended up in the hospital the next day. It's where he woke up because it didn't work out for him. He passed out in the snow and so started to get hypothermia and stuff when they found him, and it was just he lost control. And it was one of those, it's like the cool kids. Like you ever just like know like the cool had everything just all figured out and doing all this stuff, and then it's like then they end up it's like, well, what are you doing over there? Why are you like this? Like you've got everything like I wish I had. No, it's yeah, man. That and I'll tell you what,
I don't
now
know.
I'm too busy. I need to
If
make
you're
content.
too busy to smoke weed, you're just too busy.
That's right. That's right. I am too busy. Just too busy for everything.
I like that.
Oh,
No, but
man.
seriously, I heard you say that you sometimes use alcohol, and I don't do alcohol because I am the same way. I'm also a control freak. I like to drive. All of the things, but I smoke weed because to me, I still do feel like I'm in control of my mind. Yeah, the dumb shit is funnier, and the hunger is more intense, but the mind is generally there. If it's not anything like alcohol where you just lose it.
Well, I don't. I like a nice cold beer on a hot day, and
Hmm.
occasionally when Brandon or Dirk get in my chat, that kind of thing. But otherwise, I don't drink. Like it's in our vows that my wife has to finish my beers because I'll drink half and then I leave them and I just walk away, and so she has to finish them. So that's
So
how
my
much
wife, she
I got
doesn't,
it.
but she says they get germy. She's like, yeah, it's just germy. I need a fresh one.
Yes, I get
And
it.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
She's right.
Thing. I don't
He
think
doesn't
that's
like the backwash.
Yeah, and once it starts not being so cold, then I'm with her. Sure,
Well,
me.
see, I like to finish my beer while it's still cold.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, but I don't drink it fast enough. So then it
Oh, I
gets
do.
warm, and then I just set it down and forget it, and then my wife will finish it.
Yep.
See, that's my
how I am with
problem. Is
alcohol.
I'll drink a beer too fast.
My wife,
And
the
then I
greatest thing
want
she ever
another
learned
one.
was that she could get, what was it? Those Blue Moon comes with orange, and then her best
Oh,
thing
yeah.
ever was when she found out that she could just order the oranges.
Yeah, they do sell oranges.
She's like, wait a second, like I don't have to have this. I don't have to drink anything.
Blue Moon
Just
is
give me those
good, though.
oranges.
Blue Moon is
It's like
good.
I've seen her sit there and eat a plate
I
of
have a
like
Blue
it's a
Moon
whole orange. I'm
with
like,
oranges, extra orange, hold the blue moon.
I think yeah, that's what I'm like. I think you're supposed to pay for those. But
the one
anyway,
Orange on the side, yeah.
Remind me all when we're not on the live stream to tell you guys about an episode. Just remind me.
Okay.
we'll do.
oh gosh, yeah, Miami Spice has got a good point here. We gotta get Shizzy to 300. I can't believe he doesn't have 300. And that's so guys, please subscribe. Where is
With that silky
I've
smooth
got
voice.
300 of you in my heart, though.
I'm going to outsubscribe on all of my accounts. I don't think I'm subscribed on all of my accounts. See, the thing is, I got to save the link, and then I got to log in all of my accounts, and then
hold
keep
on.
going.
If I can figure out how to, oh yeah, it's up there. I'm so stupid. Oh, there it is. Look, I can post it now.
You guys
So
are
dumb.
awesome.
Let's see here. Where do we go?
See, I still got to I got to save an open window and then log on and off, on and off, on and off.
Well, you know what? I'll just
Okay.
text you his link.
So much effort, David. So much effort.
Yeah, no, do that. No, it's not effort. It's just like
It's repetitive. I know the
no.
is
Well,
effort.
actually, if I do it on my phone, the problem is if I do it on my phone, then I lose the stream, and then I gotta copy the link. It's just a pain in the ass on the phone, so I got to do it on my computer. That's all.
Yeah.
It is hot, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
You got
Yeah,
your
those storms roll through,
charger
is it
on,
87
charging up your
degrees,
phone.
dude.
Yeah. Luckily,
76 and storming here. I do have a stream at 8:30 tonight, and I'm hoping my internet stays up because we're supposed to have another series of storms come through.
I hope it does for you too.
Yeah.
I was going to stream tonight
Geeky.
until I spoke with the expert, and then I was like, I guess I won't be streaming tonight. This was a long day.
I owe Shizzy
Yeah,
man so
I bet.
much, dude. Yeah.
See, that's the other thing. Nobody knows how much effort it actually it just exhausts you to stream a trial all day, doesn't it?
Yes.
I know
Yeah,
it's
'cause
hard
it
to
gets so
explain. It's so
Okay,
hard.
so here's
People are
what-
like, "Oh, poor you, you sat." I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's so exhausting.
No, here's what we'll do. I will stream another stream, or I mean another trial one day, but only the opening and closing arguments.
There you go.
I don't care about all the details. It's like, yeah, so we took DNA, and the way we take DNA evidence is we have a swab. We take the swab out of the plastic container.
Everybody's going, no.
Kills
Yes,
you.
we
Kills
use
you.
blue number 2 pencils and gloves. I mean, whatever the hell they were going through.
You know what you can do? Nick Starov did this. He grabbed a trial that was already done. It was a short trial. It was like a week long, and then he streamed it in reverse. So he started with the closing arguments, and then he played like day 4, and then day 3, and then day 2, and then the opening statements.
My
And it
problem
was
is like when it
interesting.
goes in reverse, like
I like
you know,
that.
I'm afraid I'd hear Satan talking or something.
Well, you don't actually play.
You wouldn't this
Every-
trial.
But no, it was an interesting idea. But what my point was is that it gives you an excuse to wait until you can see that the trial is going to be short and just the right number of days for you, and then you can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
great,
look at
great
stuck
thought.
in the Murdoch trial.
Yeah, not that one.
Yeah, that's locked in it.
You guys are
Yeah.
killing me. That's so hilarious. I'm just watching the chat.
What's the chat got going on?
Oh, poor
Been
you.
distracted
You
by dogs
sat.
barking.
It's like Yamaha biker. It's
Oh,
tired
yeah.
staring at you.
What happened?
No, they're making fun of us because we talked about how tiring it is to stream. It's just so exhausting mentally. And then when you're done,
Yes.
you have you got to like wind down a bit. So it's not like we just turn this off and go to bed or anything.
Yeah, you've
Mhm,
got
exactly.
you got 15 minutes before they come out with the verdict.
Yeah, no joke.
Golly, I can't believe how fast that was.
Was trying
Oh
to
my
finish up
gosh.
dinner, and all of a sudden I get the text, and he's like, "Verdict!" And I'm like, "Crap!
Yeah,
I gotta
was
go back
doing the same
downstairs."
thing.
All right.
So
Open up my dungeon.
I'm gonna go prepare for my stream I have in about 1 hour from now.
Right.
But I wanted to catch the verdict, so I was glad I was able to do it with you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
So
coming over here.
glad.
Matter of fact,
Thanks, David.
I think we all are.
Is he?
I've got food to eat. I haven't eaten today.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
Same.
You've been streaming all day, man. End your stream. Take a break.
Yeah,
It's
get
exhausting.
out of
It's
here.
like you're pedaling a bike all day.
Thanks for coming back, chat. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
Love
thank
you
you so
too.
much, guys.
Yes.
Please hit the
Thanks, Tim.
like, what are those things called? And then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to check out Shizzy. I'm pimping him. I don't care about everybody else right now.
Oh, I know.
Those are
Kidding!
good.
I'm used to
kidding.
it. I'm used to
I
it.
care about Divinity because she helped too. This is what happens. You get delirious. No, you know what?
Look at all the hate I'm getting from my own chat in your chat. Look at that.
You had
Grateful.
oh,
They
someone
hate
put in there
because they love-
ML Slaw earlier under yours. I was like, oh,
ML
that's
Slaw.
ML Slaw.
So,
Yes.
because they're streaming a different trial. They're streaming apparently an extremely awesome trial with really cool emails. Not really cool, but like these two fugly ass people that are like sexy chatting each other with fan fiction, and it's just gross. And apparently it's highly hilarious. But I wasn't able to stream with them, and so now they're digging in. They're like, "You need to be here. You should have done this one." I can't do them all. People.
How often
Yeah,
do you
you
get the a decapitation though?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Right? Well, I'm not even
So, yeah.
technically streaming this one.
Dismemberment.
I haven't been on
Yeah,
since
that's a big one. That's a big
been
one.
like 30
Dismemberment
hours
with
since I've been on a
unmemberment.
stream about this case.
You've been on for 30 hours?
No, I haven't been on for like 30 hours on anything with Schabusiness. The last I was on was like noon on Ricada.
You're basically irrelevant now.
I know
Yeah,
I
you
am.
are.
I do not exist in this world of LawCube anymore.
Diva.
Well, I mean, that's probably a good thing.
She's so funny.
That's probably a good thing.
Nice.
So, guys, I have
Clumsy
two
gave you
quickies here.
Clumsy
I gotta
wanted
do.
a super chat. You know she did.
Yeah, I know. I got well, first of all, I have Clumsy came through here, and
Yes.
because you know why? Because she was like, right when we got the verdict and started being serious, she comes in and throws down because she wants.
I think we got a super chat.
Well, I hit it
I
twice.
think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
So anyway, thank you, Caitlin, and also I wish Caitlin she got like 5 minutes that she could be on today, and I wish she could have been on longer. She was so excited about this case and everything, and she's like, "Oh, I hate having to work. It sucks." It's like, no, it's good. It's good. You're with real people. You don't have this weird feeling of like, why is it dark all the time? Why don't I see daylight? What's happening now? ML Slaw's becoming a thing.
Yeah, no, I just put in the chat that I do not respond to any chat or messages unless they use my full legal name.
Legal name, Mr. Show.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
ML Slaw.
Look at this. It's just. Oh, yeah. Do you make
yeah.
that? Do you have
Everywhere.
a slaw recipe? That'd be a
No,
thing.
no. They're trolling me. It's cool. It's cool. Whatever.
Well, we
Diva
got
said he
Imp
did.
Law. We got
Diva
Imp
said he had a
Law. Does that
recipe.
count?
I have
Yeah.
a recipe.
For slaw? Isn't it just
Yes.
like
For ML Slaw.
mayonnaise?
No, you don't use mayonnaise in my slaw.
No, he's in the South.
Ah.
Michigan coleslaw. Oh, wow. I didn't say that. Oh, jeez, dude.
Oh no.
You are getting
Don't
beat up,
Google it.
man.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
like-
that's my chat trolling me because I'm not doing the stupid little Texas trial. The last time I did a trial out of Texas, it went on forever. It was boring as all hell, and then I dumped it on Baker. So no.
Well, hang on. Look at this. David, are you doing a August 14 case queue?
Yes. August 14th is Daryl Brooks. The start of his second trial.
What's the second trial?
Yeah, he's got
It's
a
for
second
domestic
one.
violence and bail jumping and stuff. But he has representation, but he might be foregoing it again. So that's
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the next
He's-
scheduled one. We also have Sarah Boone coming up. We have the Crumblies coming up, and then in between, I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos and other trials.
Sarah
Well, look
David
at
hates
you.
us. Josie, I do
So
not.
when are
hate
you going to have fun?
Jamie? Look at Jamie. Jamie's awesome.
Diva,
Old
you're
man.
killing me. You're killing me.
What's happening?
I don't know.
She's showing what we're having for dinner.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
What'd you say? What do I have coming up next?
No, when are you going to have fun? Yes, there is a verdict. Is guilty on all counts. Tomorrow will be the crazy verdict. Whatever the crazy.
Yeah.
Insanity case.
Insanity.
Proportion
Yeah,
of the
insanity
case.
crazy. You know, I was using the legal term. I don't know what you do with that insanity word.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Macor is. I need to hear it again. Oh, you want to hear this one?
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Yeah.
I want to say the coolest thing about it is the A with the Australian and then the $sign and the 5. It looks like it says the Madcore Show ass. Does that look like it is the super chat ass? That is awesome. Yes, that
Well,
is a
he's,
super chat.
he's
Thank you,
close enough
Madcore.
that Asia could be asshole.
That's
Oh,
all.
it is. It is asso.
Major
Oh.
asshole.
Major asshole. It's Matt called Major asshole.
Guys, if anybody wants to
Love you,
stick around,
Madcore.
I'll tell you what was the private thing from earlier, and then
All right.
But yeah, we're gonna end this. I'm gonna go actually eat some dinner, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh wait, MG Law just showed up and didn't even say hi to him. How you doing, bud?
Hey, MG
Good,
Law.
how are you?
And thank you.
Thanks
Dude,
for
we gotta
showing
take
up
it
at the
away.
ending.
Showing up right at the end.
He came in
You
at the
did, man.
beginning, came in at the end.
Yeah.
What do you Oh, thank you. Rabbit gifted memberships. Thank you, Rabbit.
Thanks, Rabbit.
It is a party. I don't like ML Slaw. Can we vote that one out?
It's out. Yeah, I'm not a big
Yes.
fan either, Josie.
No.
I'm not
Well,
a big
we've
fan.
got-
Josie, thank you. I love you.
She
Thank you,
also said
Josie.
that David hates his chat.
No.
That was before that one.
Just trying to get him in trouble.
Oh, really? Dude, what'd you do, man?
Josie's my
So,
gal.
wait a second here. Can we have some we need to have a little conversation. So what'd you do over there, Michigan?
Well, I did nothing. No. They're okay. So they're streaming a trial out of Texas, and it's an
Yeah?
awesome trial. And I wish I would have done it.
Yeah?
But I committed myself to jumping on some chats for Schabusiness,
Yeah.
and then also with my schedule, it's not good. And so they,
Ride
but
it
they
like
keep
a
calling
donkey.
me over. They're like, "Hey, you got to jump on here. We need you. You got to see this. We want to talk to you about this." And I just couldn't. So now they're all mad at me.
Jump on your chat, ride him like a donkey.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Chop it up with
Yeah,
them.
don't have the same result.
Chopping it up with him.
Oh no, we're at 5%.
Uh-oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
MG Law,
Brian.
man, what's going on? You got anything on the verdict? You should have been here a second ago.
Yeah, I heard the verdict, and then I brought my daughter to Taekwondo, and I missed a bunch of it. So I just
Don't
kinda
let her hurt
jumped
herself.
Yeah.
No, she's
hurts.
not. She's
Okay.
fine. It's her mom that is too old to be doing this. So
Oh, this is the
And-
last night ever of MG Law.
I am
And
sorry,
that's on
MG Law.
YouTube.
It was good
Holy
knowing you.
cow.
It really was good
she
knowing
knows.
you,
She's already
brother.
said. She already said she knows. You know, she's too old to be doing it. And
Yeah, but she said that to you. You said that to
You don't get to
strangers on
repeat
the
it.
internet.
She said that to the
I said it
world.
people. She knows.
I don't think you know.
She won't ever see this.
Oh, I bet she
Rip.
knows.
She does. She doesn't even watch the stuff that I put out. So
And then, Your Honor, here on YouTube, he said,
Guys, I gotta go eat dinner.
Yep.
all right.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.